Go on a bold mission.
Aware of their rights.
My right is to face my studies, be a good child, be obedient to my parents. This is our rights.
I know you are laughing. I am also laughing.
It's not the fault of the child. I'll say the school's curriculum right now at this stage in their life does not really emphasize on what it takes to have rights as children.
When you go like Albalende, CMS area, you see children begging, and those that are not even begging, when you drive to that place, they try to clean your car, clean the windscreen of the car. It's another form of begging. When they finish, you have to pay them. If you don't pay some, they break your windscreen.
Really? Okay. To see things for myself, I and my cameraman journeyed to Abalende area of Lagos. Indeed, he was right. Or what can you say about these underaged children running after moving vehicles and pedestrians begging for alms? Oh, lest I forget, what about this little fish seller who was caught on camera fast asleep in the midst of the bustle that Abalende is?
Every day she come on a daily basis. That's how she come around this vicinity to sell out a fish here. Yeah, there could be abuse in that way. Some of them can be used for ritual. Even some of the grown ones, some boys, some touts can even rape them, and things like that will happen. That's why we have some children without father, without mother. You see, some children they don't have people to cater for them because of the way the conception, the way the parents conceive them.
That's why the Children's Day is being celebrated. Where children need to know their right, they need to know who they are, they need to know what they stand for in the community and the society.
My respondents all agree that something needs to be done, and quickly too.
If the school curriculum puts it in their curriculum for primary school children, that this is your right as a child, this is what you should do, this is what, in case anything goes wrong, in case you find yourself in a place where you're not comfortable, this is what and what you should say, this is what and what should not be said. If someone tries to take advantage of you as a child, what and what should you say?
If we decide in our hearts to believe in Nigeria and to make this country a better place, we have to take steps every day. We are the nation, we are part of it.
Yes, the children are the future, and it behoves on us adults to protect their rights. MTN Nigeria has extended a hand of goodwill to Hope and Ireti nursery and primary schools in Ikoyi, Lagos. This was evident at the inauguration of the renovated playground for the pupils. Lee Lenike tells us how it all went down.
It was a fun-filled event for the pupils as they took a break from the rigors of the classroom to play, interact, and enjoy the memorable moment that MTN Nigeria has provided them. The excitement was obviously visible as the pupils took turns to explore their new look and well-equipped playground, courtesy MTN Nigeria.
For so long now, we the children are not happy about being in school and we don't have playing ground where we can play. We thank MTN for this opportunity, for this great opportunity. We say we are grateful.
MTN, we love you. MTN, I want to thank you for giving us this great bag. Some of the students does not have bag. We want to thank you. We thank you for everything you have done for us. We thank you for celebrating Children's Day in our school.
Most of them have been seeing MTN on the TV, doing all these things for other schools. Someday they heard that they are coming, they were so much happy. So I seized the opportunity to say thank you.
The management of MTN Nigeria, however, advised parents and guardians to look into the welfare of their children, which is vital in attaining their goals and contribution to nation building.
We have come to rejoice with the children because, as I said, it's their day. They are the future. This is what MTN basically is all about, making lives of Nigerians, our customers everywhere brighter. We thought we should start from the children, and you could see the smiles on their faces.
Through our What Can We Do Together initiative, we have just concluded distribution of
learning materials to over 60 schools across the length and breadth of Nigeria. And we hope to do more. We will continue to engage. We will continue to create impact in the lives of our children.
We're giving quality bags to these children to help encourage in terms of the school. You can see like that playground, it was a little bit dilapidated when we came. We decided to renovate it, which is to again help encourage these kids in their academics.
MTN's brand ambassadors Chidima and Emanuela engaged the pupils in various activities. MTN says it is committed to impacting the lives of Nigerians through its various initiatives and foundations.
Magnanimous gesture there by MTN, and we say thanks on behalf of the pupils. Moving on, the good old days of train services are gradually returning, where Nigerians are given the opportunity to socialize, network, unite, and get exposed to the country's rich cultural heritage as the train cruises through communities. Now, as the federal government intensifies efforts to complete the Lagos-Ibadan rail line, Oyinaya Kalu Oka, who was on a train ride to Ogun State, had the opportunity of visiting one community with an interesting story.
The train ride from Lagos to Ogun State passed through several communities, but one of them was striking with rich historical story. And so the crew took a break to know more about this place. This is Ibefun land, a Yoruba community in Odugbolu local government in Ogun State. Behind me is the beautiful statue of Iya Ibefun, meaning the mother of Ibefun, a beautiful princess from Ijabu-Ode with her lovely baby. And Iya Ibefun is actually the reason why this place was named Ibefun. She has an interesting story, which we are going to discover as we go into the Ibefun community. Why don't you come along and explore with me? Long time ago, legend had it that Iya Ibefun, who was a businesswoman, went into labor on her way to the market and had her baby on this land. Her father, who was then a king at Ijebu-Ode, named this place Ibefun after the color of the sun, which is whitish. One cannot get into Ibefun land without noticing the princess, with her natural matted hair, wrapper tied round her chest, clutching and breastfeeding her baby. They say she watches over Ibefun land 24/7.
Their father find out, come to say, you born here. They say, my daughter, where are you born? Say, he don't know the place. They come send their servants to come this town. So say, the land, let's go and bring the stand of the land. They come bring the stand of this town land, stand. They report it to Oba. They say, the stand is white. That is why we call Ibefun. Say the sand is white.
Ibefun people are farmers and fishermen. Cassava is highly cultivated and processed into cassava flour known as gari. In fact, the cultivation and processing of cassava have gone to another level as most illustrious sons and daughters of this community are embracing farming and setting up cottage industries.
And it's fun. People don't know it until you get into it. Then you realize that it's so rewarding. You plant your own cassava, you process your own cassava, and then you get whatever you want.
The people are highly religious, practicing either Islam, traditional worship, or Christianity. One of the oldest churches was established in 1911.
We work hand in hand. If they want to perform anything in the church, they invite us. And we too invite them when we have anything to do as a Muslim.
This community has a rich culture and tradition, which they try to maintain through cultural festivals. It used to be a taboo for ladies to wear trousers in Ibefun in the olden days.
There was a reason for it.
What was the reason?
The reason was that at that time, in the olden days, any lady who wears trousers here will not prosper.
This time around, there's civilization, so that is why we are wearing trousers now.
While in Ibefun, one cannot miss noticing the vibrant and strong nature of the old people. These two old women are above 80 years, but still strong and agile, narrating with nostalgia their experiences of train ride in the 70s and 80s. These excited grandmothers are still eager for a ride to any part of the country, age notwithstanding.
Are you ready? I am ready.
With this grandmother's exclamation, the visit to Ibefun land was memorable, and all thanks to the railway revolution by President Muhammadu Buhari that is opening up new opportunities and adventures.
Entertaining tour by Onye. Looking forward to your next train ride. Now, every human being has an innate potential waiting to be tapped, circumstances or situations notwithstanding. Now, rather than allow visual impairment to limit them, students of the Federal Nigerian Society of the Blind stood up to be counted among those who have the ability to rise above challenges. Adiola Mokivie reports.
The night was electrifying as students of the Federal Society of the Blind Oshodi in Lagos did not only walk the runway aided, thrilling guests, they also exhibited various talents.
The cripple was begging my friend, brother, help me. Out of pity, my friend gave him 1,000 naira. That same evening, my friend saw the same guy in Suleri. They were kind normal, not it one. Now the guy provoked. Yes, my brother, come here. Now you be that cripple when I give 1,000 for a giant the money where they beg. Now the cripple look at who they walk, not the close.
If I tell you, say I love you. My money, my body, now your own, oh baby. That's it, billion for your account, you. That's right. Masachi and Gucci for your body, oh baby.
The Adire Fusion Ball is organized yearly to raise funds to cater to the needs of the students as well as to exhibit their handiworks, especially in tie and dye.
This is probably our flagship event at the Federal Nigerian Society for the Blind, where we raise funds to be able to manage the affairs of the society and also to fund the vocational training center. We run the vocational training center for people who went blind in adulthood and adolescence. This is not an easy venture for anybody. Give them a sense of purpose, give them the skills they will need to go out into the world to make a living.
So we have enough infrastructure. It's operating expenditure that's where our challenge is. So we want to do something called the FNSB Hall of Fame from next year, being our 65th anniversary.
There was no dull moment with the likes of Fumi on the sax. The event provided an opportunity to solicit the support of well-meaning Nigerians to the society. Awards were presented for the best Adire attire of the night, couple of the night, among others. The society has the objective of becoming a world-class model for removing barriers to the blind in the society.
So much talent in one room, and of course disability is nothing. So far so good. We'll halt at this point for a commercial break.
Trade and Investment, in collaboration with Industrial Training Fund, ITF, cordially invites stakeholders in agriculture, construction, transport, and services sector to a one-day stakeholders meeting on strategies for job creation. The meeting, which will consider the ITF report on job creation, will be chaired by the special guest, His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Okechukwu Enelama. The Minister of State, Industry, Trade and Investment, Hajia Aisha Abubakar, will be the guest of honor, while Sir Joseph Ari, Director General and Chief Executive of ITF, will be the chief host. Date, Monday, 27th May 2019. Venue, Rockview Hotel, Wuse 2, Abuja. Time, 10 a.m. All invited guests are to be seated by 9:30 a.m. ITF Management, announcer.
Everybody's talking in all the cities and all the streets, in all the places where people meet. From Niger to yonder, got you talking. You are the one that's falling to keep you talking. Yeah! Talking. We got people talking. We've got people talking. Dressing from east to the west to the south. Everywhere they come by, they know the mouth.
With 5 times bonus to call all networks on every recharge, we get you talking. Recharge with *555*PIN#. Glow Unlimited.
The Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs invite Niger Delta stakeholders and members of the public to the presentation of its scorecard from 2015 to 2018 by Pastor Usani Uguru Usani, Honorable Minister, and Professor Gladius Omleye Daramola, Honorable Minister of State. Date, Monday, 27th May 2019. Venue, Secretary to the Government of the Federation's Conference Room, Federal Secretariat Complex, Phase 1, Abuja. Time, 3 p.m. Permanent Secretary, Announcer.
Branch, a financial service app which gives instant loans via smartphones, has announced that it has disbursed over 9 billion worth of loans in Nigeria alone. Branch announced this in a statement through its general manager, Maria Rutilo. Since its launch in Nigeria in 2017, Branch has disbursed over 1 million loans worth over 9 billion naira to salary earners, small businesses, and other financially excluded Nigerians, especially in the informal sector. The company, which operates in Nigeria, Kenya, Mexico, and India, recently attracted a $170 million funding with Visa as a lead investor to support its expansion drive. Customers on the app can borrow between 1,000 naira to 200,000 through their smartphones and get the money disbursed to their accounts in minutes with no collateral, guarantor, or need for an office visit. The app can be downloaded for free on the Google Play Store. Announcer Maria Rotilu, General Manager for Nigeria and West Africa.
Son, being good at something requires strength. It requires pushing yourself. It requires putting in more. That's why the new improved Bornvita is packed with vitality and a great taste.
In Nigeria, there is one sound we need to silence. So let's silence toothache before it starts with Oral-B All-Round Protection. Its advanced technology helps prevent both tooth holes and gum problems that can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your teeth, giving them all-round protection. Because the only sound we really want to hear is that of our future. For healthier, stronger teeth in 1 week.
Ṣẹ́gun fún mi. Ó ṣe mo dúpẹ́. Ọmọ àdùn ẹnu.
Àmín.
Ọmọ òní ní kò gbé tí wá kò ń jẹjẹ.
Àmín.
Ó ti kábàámọ̀.
Àmín.
Àbùkù òní kàn ẹ́ o.
Àmín ma.
Ayé òní rí ẹ mú o.
Àmín.
Òní dààmú. Òní ṣìrìn. Òní rí.
Àmín.
Ó yá wọnú ògo tuntun lọ. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi.
Ẹ tàmí yín kọ́.
Ṣé ìwọ ti rókun tó gbẹ̀rí? Kò lè gbẹ́ bí.
Àmín ma.
Àwọn olè ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ó yá fi sí spíkà.
Ọlọ́run á ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin náà lè ṣerú ẹ̀ fún wa. Get
5 times your recharge value to call all networks without restrictions. Recharge and dial *234# to enjoy this offer. Available to new and existing customers.
Airtel,
the smartphone network.
You're welcome, my future in-law.
Thank you, sir.
We have seen what you brought. Are the assorted drinks complete?
Yes, it's complete.
What about the Hollandaise? Are they complete?
Yes, it's complete. Confirmed.
And now for the most important item. Your retire well pension account number. Listen! You think I will allow you to toy with the future of my daughter and the children? This union can hold.
Making a move to secure your future is the perfect game plan. If you're self-employed, start a retire well plan to stay able for life.
Please, sir, give me a little time to get all those things.
Sorry.
I can also get...
Take this number now.
Okay, sir.
01-271-6000. Very simple.
Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Milo Ready to Drink with Active Go is made with the natural goodness of milk, malt and cocoa with essential vitamins and minerals, so you can pack the winning energy of Milo into your lunchbox to make sure your jump is always ready to keep winning every day. Milo, the energy food drink of future champions.
Milo!
Football fans in Nigeria are in for a treat as NTA is in top gear to televise all 52 matches of AFCON 2019 in Egypt. An MOU has been signed between NTA and Hotspots, a marketing and production company, to market AFCON 2019 after NTA acquired the rights. Oche Ngbede reports.
Live sport telecast on the terrestrial platform in Nigeria is set to experience a major boost as Africa's largest network, the NTA, acquires marketing and production rights to a number of mouth-watering tournaments under the auspices of the Confederation of African Football, CAF. Beginning with the 32nd African Cup of Nations, AFCON, taking place in Egypt next month, NTA also acquires rights to a number of other continental football tournaments in what has been described as a strategic masterstroke by the Yakubu Ibn Mohammed-led management of the authority. Fans of the round leader game in Nigeria are in for a treat as matches of the 2019 Under-17 African Cup of Nations, the Under-20 African Cup of Nations, the very popular African Champions League, the 2019 Confederations Cup, the female version of AFCON, known as the African Women's Cup of Nations, in addition to those of Egypt 2019, will be live on the network service of the NTA. For Egypt 2019, NTA is planning big towards this end. The authority last week signed a memorandum of understanding with the Hotspurs Media Group to coordinate and market matches of the 32nd African Cup of Nations to both public and private sector companies in Nigeria, including multinational conglomerates, while confirming Hotspurs as the exclusive marketing agency to the tournament. At the MOU signing ceremony in Abuja earlier in the week, Malam Yakubu was very clear on NTA's mission in acquiring these rights and expressed confidence in the ability of Hotspurs to deliver on the brief.
The primary consideration of NTA in acquiring the rights, to transmit the 32nd edition of the Africa Cup of Nations is the fact that Nigeria is involved and Nigerians deserve to watch their team in action and watch other African teams in action.
On his part, the president and CEO of Hotspurs Media Group, Taye Ige, thanked the general manager and members of the board of management of the authority for the opportunity to serve the cause of football in Nigeria and assure prospective sponsors of awesome reward on their sponsorship investment in supporting the transmission of the matches on the NTA, and also promised millions of fans of football in Nigeria a memorable viewing experience during the month-long fiesta.
We want to partner with Africa's largest television network to make this tournament one that gives Nigerians a very, very memorable viewing experience, such that comparable to what they find in other networks both in and out of Nigeria.
In all, Egypt 2019 matches on the network service of the NTA promises to be a worthwhile experience to both sponsors and fans of the game in Nigeria.
2019 is already looking good. Now, this may come to you as a surprise, but donkeys are becoming almost endangered in Nigeria. This is worrisome due to the significant role donkeys play in the socio-economic landscape of specific locations in the country. Musa Baba Aliyu reports that this gentle, humble beast of burden could go into extinction because of the overwhelming demand for its meat and skin.
Donkey can be described as gentle, quiet, but hard-working animal. The animal provides cheap and reliable alternative for short-distance movement of goods and services and for domestic work. There are more than 40 million donkeys in the world, mostly in developing countries, where they are used principally as draught or pack animals. But there have been decrease of the population of this important animal in recent times across Africa. In Nigeria, for instance, the population of donkeys have dropped from an estimated 2.5 million in the 90s to less than 500,000. The reason for this, as observed by livestock breeders, is the consumption of the animal and high demand of its byproducts. A visit to this donkey market in Abakaleke, Ebonyi State, shows that donkeys in their dozens are being slaughtered for their meat and skin daily. The source of the animals is in the northern parts of the country, where the skin has buyers from Asian countries, including China.
A day, sometimes if the market is too much, we used to sell like 500 pieces. Sometimes when the market is not going up, we sell like 2-something, 300. Supplier? Supplier, yes. But every year, sometimes we used to upload trailer like 15, 20.
Now we are having a challenge because the way it moved between November, December, January has dropped drastically to below 50%. And because of one land that in Kenya they have opened a big market of it, then the same thing at Tanzania. So many other places, even in our country here, other states have started doing themselves.
This is another donkey slaughtering site along Abuja Kaduna Road. The butchers here are only interested in the skin.
It used to be a very nice business, not until the Chinese people introduced this kilo of a thing. We used to buy each skin at the rate of 55. But now we have go down to the extent of 18, 19, 20, in fact 22, highest now.
Agriculturists are of the view that millions of dollars could be generated from export of donkeys and its byproducts. But the consequences will be that the animal will be wiped out completely.
We felt that if something drastic is not done, we may end up losing the population of our donkeys in Nigeria.
That is why the National Assembly is pushing for a legislation that will prohibit killing and consumption of donkey. The House of Representatives has recently passed a law pronouncing 10 years jail term for any person who killed donkey for meat or marketing of its byproducts.
The law will protect and save the donkeys from extinction. All it takes is enforcement. Next up, 5 Nigerian tertiary institutions have been awarded 25 million naira each by the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board, JAMB, for keeping to the rules of the examination body over admission of candidates. Olayinka Ojo witnessed the presentation at the maiden edition Performance Merit Award, tagged 2018 NATAP M.
During the 2017 JAMB policy meeting chaired by the Minister of Education, Adamu, when the Central Admissions Processing System CAPS was introduced, the Minister announced the plan to institute a merit award for excellent performance for institutions in the conduct of admission exercise. CAPS is a system that helps in improving the process of selection for tertiary institutions. This noble idea by the Education Minister was applauded and endorsed at the 2018 JAMB policy meeting, with 5 categories of award and prizes instituted. It is in fulfillment of the promises made to reward excellence and hard work that these key players in the education sector are in this auditorium. The award to be won are for the most subscribed institutions by candidates, most national institution in terms of admission spread, institution with the highest number of admission of international students, most improved institution over previous years in the intake of female students, and most compliant institution in keeping with the guidelines, rules and regulation of admissions.
To internationalize the Nigerian tertiary institution, foster national unity through the admissions of national spread, as well as to always cultivate a transparent admission process.
The Merit Award, geared towards encouraging other institutions to do what is right, is also to encourage healthy competition among tertiary institutions across the country.
The remittance of billions of naira annually to the national treasury by JAMB has made it possible to actualize and sustain this award.
Then came the much-awaited moments for the announcement of winners in the different categories. Ahmadu Bello University Zaria clinched the prize for the most national institution in terms of admission spread, while the University of Ilorin went away with the award of the most subscribed institution by candidates. The University of Maiduguri also received 25 million naira for the most compliant institution in keeping with the guidelines, rules and regulation of admissions. Rivers State University, Port Harcourt and Kaduna Polytechnic were also winners. The Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibaju, who was represented by Mariam Wuyes, treated federal government's determination to tackle corruption in the country.
The nation's curriculum should be aggressively refocused on diversifying the nation's economy towards knowledge-based and driven-one development of solid minerals, sports, and tourism, as well as small-scale enterprises.
Also, during the unveiling of the remodeled JAMB headquarters complex, as well as the inauguration of the staff canteen and the foundation laying of JAMB's General Services Department block in Buari, Abuja, the Minister of Education, in a message, hailed JAMB for service delivery and integrity.
Congratulations to the winning institutions. This next report is about Pomo. Although many believe it has no nutritional value like beef and chicken, cattle hide gives that extra oomph to soups and stews. Then there's the controversial side to Pomo. Those who know better keep drawing attention to its industrial uses and how, if processed into leather, the nation's GDP would be better for it. Hold on to those two views, but also watch this smackdown of a place in Lagos that served as a factory for the processing of questionable Pomo meant for consumption. Felicia Nwosu tells us more.
Call it cow skin, kanda, raincoat or showboy, and you won't be wrong. But at the mention of the word Pomo, most Nigerians salivate as it rings a munching bell in their ears. Pomo is one popular local delicacy loved by all, regardless of societal class, for its unique taste and texture. The report on the circulation of poisonous kind of Pomo in Lagos market sent shocking waves across lovers of the delicacy who were hysterical and fearful. Residents of Igondo area of Lagos State were said to be asleep when the truckload of the poisonous Pomo brought in from Senegal were loaded into a warehouse at number 9 College Road, Igondo, Lagos. When some officials of the Ministries of Health and Agriculture got a tip-off from a concerned member of the public, they immediately went into action, putting in place the necessary strategies to nab the distributor and her workers. It took the joint efforts of the State Task Force, Igondo Police Command and the Ministries of Health and Agriculture officials to confiscate and bury the consignment, after which 6 suspects were arrested. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Dr. Olaiwole Onosoya, sheds more light on the incident while telling consumers ways to identify the poisonous pomo.
As of today, we arrested 6 of them, although the mastermind of the importation is still wanted. The police, they are looking for her. When you look at it, the pomo that is the poisonous one, it is meant for production of leather. And when you want to produce leather, you add some chemicals. And when you add some chemicals, the texture will change, it will become harder, the color will change, and so on.
While many are still scared to consume pomo for now, others are skeptical of the report.
I've heard about it, but I've not really confirmed the genuinity of it.
Since I had it now, I've stopped pomo, maybe for some weeks now.
People are still consuming it. So people go take and make pepper soup, then go put the fini. But if you eat it, the smell where that thing carry, no be small. That is why it's not good for anybody to consume.
The Permanent Secretary also gave his advice to consumers.
I want to tell Nigerians, as well, especially Lagosians, that they have to be vigilant, especially when they go to all these food canteens. So what they should do is to inform the relevant agencies.
Residents of Igondo will not forget in a hurry the scenario created by the poisonous pomo invasion in their area.
Yes, indeed, consumers need to be extra vigilant. We'll take another break. Don't go away.
One Football Confederation. 24 teams, 6 stadiums, 4 cities, 504 African stars, 1 trophy. The Africa Cup of Nations Egypt 2019 comes alive from June 21 with the showpiece final on July 19, 2019. Watch the 52 matches of the tournament live on Africa's biggest and largest television network, NTA, in partnership with Hot Sports. Be part of the biggest soccer fiesta in the African continent as the Super Eagles go on a bold mission to clinch the prestigious title for the 4th time, to the excitement of millions of fans across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Nigeria's premier sports production and marketing group, Hot Sports, partners with the biggest, the largest, and the #1 television network in Africa, the NTA, to give Nigerians a memorable viewing experience. Boost fan support for the Super Eagles to glory in Egypt. For inquiries, please contact Abubakar on 0803-331-0175 and Felix on 0803-308-2375. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
The Federal Ministry of Environment cordially invites stakeholders in the environment sector and the media to a valedictory press briefing of the Honorable Minister of Environment, Surveyor Suleiman Hassan Zarma, holding on Tuesday, 28th May 2019 at the National Press Center, Radio House, Area 10, Garki, Abuja, by 12 noon. Announcer, Mrs. Ibukunwo Dushote, FNCS FNM, Permanent Secretary.
Munch it, gotta taste it, crunchy feeling. Munch it, gotta munch it every day. Munch it, just give me that super snack. Munch it, so irresistible. Munch it, makes me wanna say 1 munch, 2 munch, non-stop munch. Munch it is here, irresistible. 1 munch, 2 munch, non-stop munch.
Try a pack of Munch It snack at 50 naira.
You're welcome, my future-in-law.
Thank you, sir.
We have seen what you brought. Are the assorted drinks complete?
Yes, it's complete.
What about the Hollandaise? Are they complete?
Yes, it's complete. Confirmed.
And now for the most important item. Your Retire Well pension account number. Listen! You think I will allow you to toy with the future of my daughter and the children? This union can hold.
Making a move to secure your future is the perfect game plan. If you're self-employed, start a retire well plan to stay able for life.
Please, sir, give me a little time to get all those things.
Sorry.
I can also get...
Take this number now.
Okay, sir.
01-271-6000. Very simple.
Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
This is to inform invited guests that parking arrangements for vehicles have been made for the presidential inauguration ceremony scheduled to hold on Wednesday, 29th May 2019 at the Eagle Square. This is to ensure smooth and seamless movement during the occasion. The Eagle Square car park has been reserved for some special guests only. All other guests are expected to park their vehicles at the following designated parking and picking points: Millennium Towers Car Park, Central Business District, Old Parade Ground, Area 10, Garki, Abuja, Supreme Court Car Park. Shuttle buses will convey guests to the Eagle Square for the inauguration event and return them to various parking and picking points.
This event is part of activities lined up for the Presidential Inauguration and Democracy Day Celebration 2019.
Boss Mustafa, Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman 2019 Presidential Inauguration Committee, announcer.
It's Ramadan. It's okay to share what you love. Ramadan Kareem from Indomie. Indomie Super Pack now available at 85 Naira.
Milo Ready to Drink with Active Go is made with the natural goodness of milk, malt and cocoa with essential vitamins and minerals, so you can pack the winning energy of Milo into your lunchbox to make sure your jump is always ready to keep winning every day. Milo, the energy food drink of future champions. Milo! Milo!
Come take a looky. Come take a looky here. Come take a looky. Come take a looky here. Come take a looky. Come take a looky here. 'Cause you know it's your time and you shine right there and then. Come take a looky. Come take a looky here. I shine, you shine, we shine right then and there. You shine right then and there. TCB Naturals, hair that lets you shine.
Baba, we say welcome back. Baba Buhari, we don't see the things where you do. Improving lives of people for the past 4 years. You sign minimum wage, oh, not too young to run, oh. Baba Buhari, you're welcome back. Not say welcome back. We say welcome. Southwest say welcome. Baba, we say welcome. Men they say welcome. Women they say welcome. Youth they say welcome. Baba, we say welcome back. See second Niger Bridge, empower and trade the money, social investment. Training done the work, pensioners done the job. Buhari continue all the good work where you start to. Not them say welcome back. We say welcome. Southwest say welcome. Baba, we say welcome back.
This message is powered by Good Governance Ambassadors of Nigeria. Go again.
Welcome back. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. It was established as a holy month for Muslims after the Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad on the Night of Power or Night of Majesty. Now, during Ramadan, Islamic scholars organize lectures and encourage Muslims to intensify righteous deeds. Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed is one man who has established such in his Oro country home. Anthony Forson was at this year's edition.
Ramadan is a month in which Muslims fast from dawn
until dusk. By implication, abstain from drinks, eating, immoral acts, and anger. Reading the Quran and charity are also encouraged during this period. It is equally encouraged that for those who are privileged to encourage the propagation of the tenets of the religion. It is in line with this guide that Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed initiated the Ramadan lecture series in 2007 in his Oro country home.
Amen.
12 years down the road, the latest edition attracted an unprecedented attendance as the setting was taken away from the open space to an exotic setting where guests would be comfortable. With the guests cutting across all segments of society, the ambience was one of solemnity. As is traditional, the guest lecturer, Ustaz Salih Orire, who spoke on the desirability of faithfuls to appreciate the Almighty's kindness to them, took a swipe at politicians.
Quarrels right from onset is a sorry sight. We only thank God that a change in the system, in the governance, may yield good result and happiness for all Quarrels.
The initiator of the Ramadan lecture series in Oro Town, Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed and his counterpart from the Communication Ministry and guest of honor at the event, Atiku Bagudu, Kebbi State Governor, amplified the guest lecturer's position.
While we are praying for unity and peace, we must also not be unmindful of recent attempts by some dead-enders to truncate our democracy.
Nigeria, we are very lucky that we have one leader you can trust will not sabotage the country. One leader you can trust will not violate the rights of the citizen. One leader you can trust is absolutely committed to bringing about change, positive change for that matter, in the lives of the citizen.
We should, as a society, know that there are those who have less than we have and think of them, particularly our activity groups. Let's be kind to them, let's encourage them. Let's buy from Nigerian farmers, let's buy Nigerian, let us buy from Nigerian fishermen, let us buy from Nigerian livestock sector, let us support them.
For guests at the lecture, there are lessons to be taken home.
I use this opportunity to commend the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, for organizing this Ramadan lecture. With this one is the 12th of his series. And I call on all Nigerians, Muslim Ummah, to use this month to pray for this country and pray for our leaders.
It was essentially about the conquest of Goliath by David, as it is written in the Bible as well as in the Quran. And he used that as a parallel to the victory that APC secured in this year's election against the BDP. So I thought it was a very apt lecture by the scholar, and it's very encouraging.
Piety in Islam is considered one of the most important Islamic ethics. With this, the fear of the Almighty will come, and guiding against evil will be upheld.
It's time for our last break on Newsline. And that's our offering on Newsline tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of it. We should do it again come Sunday next week. Up next is Alibaba Seriously, and look who's back. The man himself.
Thank you. I'm back. Yeah, I came back the same time with Mr. President.
Where went you?
I went to see Trump because I didn't like these new restrictions on visa and all these things.
Yeah, he went on vacation and he didn't come back with even sample perfume for me.
We're fasting.
Perfume, like seriously?
We're fasting.
Make sure you watch his show, okay? It's going to be delightful. From me, good night and God bless Nigeria.
The clock is ticking. It's the signal for the inauguration of the 16th President of Nigeria and 5th President in the 4th Nigerian Republic.
Nigerians are set to mark the beginning of the second term of Muhammadu Buhari as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The first term saw the most massive critical infrastructural development, agricultural revolution, war against corruption, tackling insecurity, and unprecedented social investment programs. Our opportunity to keep moving our country on the path to a prosperous future. It's the next level for the Nigerian people. This is our time as Nigerians. Come, let us celebrate the next level with Muhammadu Buhari, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Date, Wednesday, 29th May 2019. Venue, Eagle Square, Abuja. Time, 8 a.m. prompt. Roll out the drums. Come, let's celebrate.
Announcer Boss Gida Mustafa, Secretary to Government of the Federation and Chairman 2019 Presidential Inauguration Committee.
You can follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook at NTA Network News, Instagram at NTA Network, Twitter at NTA News Now, YouTube at NTA News Online. Or visit www.nta.ng. For live streaming, visit www.nta.ng/live. Now, you can stay updated on the go, be it on your TV, iPhone, laptop, or iPad, or download the NTA mobile application from your Play Store or App Store. NTA, you can beat the rich.